The CrossFit Games are the world's premier test to find the fittest on Earth. To win the games, you need to be ready for anything. You need strength and endurance, power and agility. 5 months ago, the entire world was invited to prove their fitness in the World Wide Open. 26,000 showed up from 59 countries. 1,500 qualified for the 17 semi-final regionals. Now, the 49 men and 47 women competing in the 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games have 3 days and 10 unknown events to claim the title Fittest on Earth and $250,000. Welcome to the 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games. We are in day one, women's event one. Just 36 hours ago, athletes and spectators alike were shocked by the announcement of the first ever swim in CrossFit Games history. Add to that a couple miles of running in soft sand and a few hundred calisthenics, and you have the first challenge of the 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games.
We are at the Santa Monica Pier where 47 of the fittest women from around the world are here to compete for the title Fittest on Earth.
The athletes are testing the standards now. We're literally minutes away from kicking off.
CrossFit is a fitness program that combines a wide variety of functional movements into a timed or scored workout. Weightlifting, powerlifting, strongman, gymnastics, running, swimming, rowing, biking. Constantly varied workouts get you ready for anything. There are 10 scored events in this year's games. The woman who performs the best over all of them walks home with the crown. Fun-loving 2010 champion Kristen Clever from Los Angeles is seeking to repeat her victory from last year. She'll have to fight off Icelandic sensation and former pole vaulter Annie Thorsdottir, who attacks CrossFit workouts with a smile on her face. Medical student Julie Foucher of Michigan is a former gymnast looking to claim the podium. These athletes will have to fend off challenges from top athletes in the rest of the field, including original CrossFit Nasty Girl Annie Sakamoto, Samantha Briggs, a firefighter from the UK, and Amanda Allen, an Aussie with a triathlon background.
Let's take a look now at how this event breaks down. A short sprint to the water leads directly into a 200-meter swim. Athletes then attack a 1,500-meter run in soft sand. Following the run, complete 50 chest-to-bar pull-ups. So for a repetition to count, arms must be fully extended at the bottom, and the chest must make contact with the bar at the top. After the pull-ups, they move on to 100 hand-release push-ups, like a standard push-up, but here they have to lift their hands off the ground on the bottom. The last calisthenic challenge is 200 squats. For a squat to count, the crease of the hip must fall below the height of the knee at the bottom and come up to a full standing position at the top. The race ends with another 1,500-meter run through soft sand to the finish line.
This is it, the moment these ladies have been training for and the fans have been waiting for. The 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games are off. These ladies are going to run to the water. Sam Briggs from the UK here sprinting to the water.
No surprise to see the firefighter from Manchester off to an early lead. She has a duathlon background. She was 19th in last year's games and 3rd coming out of the World Wide Open this year.
Sam first to the water, joined shortly thereafter by triathlete from Australia, Amanda Allen, and Stacey Tovar from the North Central Regional.
This is the first swim in CrossFit Games history. Ladies who have swimming in their background will be able to extend their lead early on.
And Kristen Clever, your 2010 Games champ, all the way toward the back of the pack here.
However, you can't count anyone out. This is only one portion. In CrossFit, you have to be good at anything. They can make up some ground on the run and the calisthenics.
Let's meet some of the athletes to watch.
My name is Chris Clever. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I train at Valley CrossFit.
My name is Annie Sakamoto. I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I'm a part owner and trainer at CrossFit Santa Cruz Central.
My name is Julie Foucher, and I'm from Michigan, where I trained at Hyperfit USA, and now I'm in Cleveland and train at CrossFit CLE.
My name is Annie Thorsdottir, or Iceland Annie. I train in CrossFit BC Iceland. I'm from Iceland.
My name's Samantha Briggs. I'm from Manchester in England. I train mainly out of CrossFit 3D.
My name's Amanda Allen. I'm from Adelaide, South Australia. I train at CrossFit Adelaide.
Here she is, Australian Amanda Allen, using that triathlon background to really pull away from the pack here.
Well, what an inspiration. Our current leader is the oldest female athlete in the competition, nearly 41 years of age. She's only been CrossFitting for just 9 months. She says she's disappointed that the swim event is not longer. She's got that triathlon background and was looking to pull ahead here.
And Deborah Cordner from the North Central Regional has turned around and come out of the water. Annie Sakamoto currently in second place.
Sakamoto is an avid surfer and a former water polo player. We're seeing the more proficient swimmers extend an early lead.
And as your leaders round that second buoy, some athletes just bobbing up and down out there. Deborah Cordner still deciding whether or not to go back in. If she doesn't, she will be disqualified.
And her CrossFit Games dreams will be dashed after just over 2 minutes. I know she'd love to get her hands on that run. She's a former collegiate sprinter as well.
And Amanda Allen with a commanding lead, using the waves here to drive herself in.
That undertow's not doing her any favors. It's dragging her back out to sea. When we come back from the break, can Australian triathlete Amanda Allen extend her lead? Or will she be caught on phase 2, the soft sand run? If you're just joining us, the athletes have entered the water at the start of event number 1. The events of the CrossFit Games are not revealed to athletes until moments before they begin. 36 hours ago, the athletes gathered for the briefing of event number 1, where event director Dave Castro announced they would be swimming in the open ocean.
I just said earlier, I don't think there's going to be swimming, but I'm good with it, I think. We'll see. I can swim.
Still a little shocked that really came out of his mouth, but kind of a little excited too.
It's interesting, it's different, you know, not used to running on sand.
I love the water, so I was like, yes.
Australian athlete Amanda Allen first out of the water in 5 minutes and 2 seconds.
Focusing on her strengths, she'll try and extend this lead as far as she can.
Because these ladies, Annie Sakamoto in the white swim cap and Michelle Latondra in the blue, are only 40 seconds behind her.
She's foregoing the shoes. She's getting right into the run.
And Helga Torfadottir here from Iceland, also being helped out of the water by a lifeguard. Now this swim is just the beginning. These ladies still have a lot to come. A 1,500-meter run in soft sand, hundreds of calisthenics, and another 1,500-meter run in soft sand to the finish.
Out of the water in 6th and 7th, Sam Briggs on the right, Julie Foucher on the left. Meanwhile, Amanda Allen is looking extremely comfortable in the lead.
A decade and a half ago, I was a professional triathlete. Recently, I took up high kneeling canoeing and made state and national championships, but didn't make the Worlds, and that sort of launched me into CrossFit. Here I am, 9 months later, at the CrossFit Games. Being the oldest competitor that we have, I'm almost 41. I'm here to work as hard as I can and to have as much fun as I can.
It was 15 years ago that she was a professional triathlete. It looks as if she's not skipped a beat. Deborah Cordner was unable to complete the swim. She'll be disqualified from the rest of the competition.
And Annie Thorsdottir here in the white, along with Jenny Labaugh in the gray, are 16th and 17th out of the water.
All 5 of the top athletes chose to forego their shoes. These ladies on your screen are choosing to put them on at the transition point. We'll see if that plays a factor over the course of the workout.
And now Sam Briggs and Julie Foucher moving into 2nd and 3rd position, passing CrossFit legend Annie Sakamoto.
Annie Sakamoto has been around for a long time. This could be part of her strategy to pace herself.
And Amanda Allen is now coming around the turnaround point.
She's looking extremely confident right now, but she's going to turn and face running specialist Samantha Briggs, bodyweight ninja Julie Foucher, and well-rounded athlete Annie Sakamoto. This has got to make her nervous.
Some ladies still coming out of the water as Amanda Allen continues to try to extend her lead. Annie Thorsdottir and Jenny Labaugh have already passed 3 athletes and are charging down the course.
In CrossFit, you're only as strong as your own weakest link. To this point in time, Amanda Allen has only seen her strengths. If she can't demonstrate proficiency in the calisthenics, she'll be caught and passed by this woman, Samantha Briggs.
I'm a firefighter back in England. I've been CrossFitting for just over 2 years now. I think CrossFit benefits being a firefighter. I'm a lot fitter than I've ever been, and the equipment that we use, the jobs that we go to, you need a base layer of fitness, and the fitter you are makes the job a lot easier.
That is one tough athlete. She will not let up.
Amanda Allen here headed in from the run. She's got some sort of recovery drink but she needs to get to that pull-up bar before these two ladies can track her down. Samantha Briggs and Julie Foucher on her heels.
It is paramount that she gets back to that bar, gets some reps knocked out before these other ladies return. They are very, very strong in these movements. We don't know enough about Amanda Allen to say that she's not, but we know that they can close the gap if she lets up at all. She's now chalking up her hands. That allows for a little bit more friction on the bar, a better grip for these athletes so that they can knock out more reps. She is taking way too much time.
Oh no, she misses that bar on her first jump up there.
She seems to be in good spirits about it, but she really needs to light a fire here and get some reps knocked out. She's on the tallest bar there. I don't know why she doesn't just move down.
There she goes. She made it. She's going to get these pull-ups started. And already a slower pace than we expect to see from Julie Foucher and Sam Briggs.
We have a short break now. When we come back, we'll see if Samantha Briggs and Julie Foucher can track down the leader, Amanda Allen, in phase 3 of this event, the calisthenics. The test of fitness is the test of the human machine. How capable are you, not just in something, but in anything? How much work can you get done and how quickly, even if you've never done that exact task before? True fitness is being ready for anything. The CrossFit Games are different every time. Competitors train all year without knowing what the events are going to be. They have to be prepared for any eventuality. Each year, the events are announced one at a time. Just days, hours, or even minutes before the event begins. These men and women truly are the fittest on earth. Amanda Allen is now in trouble. She has yet to hit her groove. She only has 10 repetitions as the other ladies approach the ring.
These athletes still have 50 chest-to-bar pull-ups, 100 hand-release push-ups, 200 squats, and another 1,500-meter run.
Sam Briggs returns in second place, putting on gloves and getting to work.
Closely followed behind Sam Briggs is pull-up specialist Julie Foucher and CrossFit legend Annie Sakamoto.
I've been CrossFitting for 7+ years. I was introduced to it by Eva Twardokin, who I did hip-hop dance with, and she brought me in and showed it to me, and I've been around ever since. There's a workout named after me. It's called Annie, and it is 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of double unders and sit-ups.
An amazing athlete and an amazing person, Annie is an inspiration to many CrossFit athletes.
Sam Briggs and Julie Foucher now on the pull-up bar with Amanda Allen. And Julie Foucher decides that she's not into the gloves. She is going to ditch them.
The grip is so critical in a pull-up. She's going to choose now to chalk up her hands and get that friction so she can do more repetitions.
Lots of ladies still on the run, some not even to the halfway point. Julie Foucher here in the purple is going to get started, and as expected, very efficient on this kit.
Agility and coordination just as important as strength in a pull-up for time. Look how much more efficient Julie is than Amanda Allen.
And another woman who is strong and coordinated on the bar, Annie Sakamoto.
4 different ladies here, 4 different styles of pull-ups. Julie in the purple incorporating the butterfly. Samantha and Amanda Allen on the bottom of your screen with a gymnastics kit. And then Annie Sakamoto in the center with a hybrid of the two.
And Julie Foucher now over 20 pull-ups in. Amanda Allen has got to be worried at this point.
4 females currently dominating the field. They've got half of their pull-ups done as the majority of the women are still on the run.
A few women have made up some ground. Jenny LeBon and Annie Thorsdottir have passed 9 athletes on the run.
Using that run to their advantage, but we'll see what they can do on the pull-ups.
And Julie Foucher is going to be your first athlete to the push-up station. Sam Briggs still has 8 pull-ups to go. Amanda Allen, 16 pull-ups left.
22-year-old medical student Julie Foucher, extremely consistent. She was 5th place last year, 5th in the open. Let's meet her now.
My entire life has changed since I started doing CrossFit. I just started medical school a couple months ago. Right now, I really have no idea what kind of doctor I want to be, but I know that I want to incorporate CrossFit into my practice of medicine and its emphasis on preventative care. I want to be CrossFitting until the day I die.
Julie Foucher has a 20 push-up lead as Samantha Briggs joins her at the push-up station. Annie Thorsdottir watching them from the pull-up bar. Amanda Allen now 3rd to the push-up. She is playing catch-up, followed closely behind by Annie Sakamoto.
We have a very, very tight race between these 4 women. They all came in off the run tightly grouped, and they're sticking together. The judges you see here in the yellow shirts are all highly trained CrossFit coaches. Like an umpire in baseball or a referee in football, they're keeping these athletes to standard.
If the athletes don't meet the range of motion requirements, they will take reps away. Amanda Allen struggling through the push-ups as many athletes are still trying to get through the 50 chest-to-bar pull-ups. And Julie Foucher first to the squats, followed very closely by Samantha Briggs.
And the game face on these ladies, they're just very intentional, moving consistently, but not necessarily fast. They don't want to blow out before that last run.
They need to remember they still have 1,500 meters to go, and Annie T trying to catch up on the push-up.
Annie Sakamoto on her feet. She is demonstrating what a good squat looks like. All of these ladies making an extremely difficult movement look very easy. You're going to see a vast array of different styles and approaches. The standards are marked at the bottom, and at the top, how you get from A to B is simply body English.
And Annie Thorsdottir from Iceland choosing to use her upper body to help her lower body. Your leader, Julie Foucher, just 15 reps ahead of Samantha Briggs and followed closely by Annie Sakamoto and Amanda Allen.
We're going to a quick break now. When we return, 6 ladies in a tight battle as we enter the final phase of this event, the soft sand run. If you're just joining us, these women have completed the swim, the run, pull-ups, and push-ups. Now 60 seconds separates first through third positions. It's anyone's race as we enter the final run.
Your leader, Julie Foucher, 5 squats to go. She is 13 squats ahead of second place, Samantha Briggs. And Julie is off. She will be your first athlete onto the run course.
A perfect demonstration of the CrossFit spirit there. You see Annie Sakamoto cheering for Julie as she goes out of the gates.
Julie knows she has the lead but not by how much. She is going to try to extend it as much as possible. And Samantha Briggs now right behind her, 24 seconds behind.
Both of these athletes extremely good runners, but if anybody can track down Foucher, it's going to be Sam Briggs.
And here we have Annie Sakamoto joining Briggs and Foucher in the run. All 3 women left in less than a minute.
Look at Annie giving a little bit of love to the crowd, letting them know that she is actually a mere mortal. She says, ouch, those 200 squats hurt.
Annie Thorsdottir, who is 16th out of the water, now only has 15 reps to go before she joins these ladies on the run course.
Less than 60 seconds separating the top 3 ladies. Over the course of a 1,500-meter run, you can close that distance.
Your 2010 Games champ, Kristen Clever, has made up a lot of time on the calisthenics. As second place finisher in 2010, Annie Thorsdottir takes off on the run.
Anything can happen in a CrossFit workout. Annie left the water in 16th. She's now leaving for her final run in 4th place.
And Samantha Briggs here closing the gap between her and Julie Foucher with a little faster pace. She may just catch her. And Amanda Allen now leaving on her final run. She is back in her comfort zone with a blazing fast pace here with Annie Thorsdottir in her sights.
She looks relaxed. She has time to give a shout out to the crowd, throw the shaka. CrossFit is an international sport. 2 Europeans, 2 Americans, and an Australian make up your top 5.
Samantha Briggs has shaved 10 seconds off of that lead that Julie Foucher had on her. If Julie doesn't pick it up, Samantha Briggs will pass her.
These 5 ladies are battling for the first positions while some are still struggling through the calisthenics. To add insult to injury, we have the sand in the face.
Julie Foucher and Samantha Briggs about to enter the turnaround point here, and Julie Foucher will be able to see just how close Samantha Briggs is.
Foucher can hear the footsteps. She knows she has under a half a mile to go. In this state of exhaustion, though, the mind is telling you to do one thing, and the body just won't respond.
These women have been going for nearly 35 minutes, and here, 41-year-old Amanda Allen passing 21-year-old Annie Thorsdottir.
All these athletes have to focus on the events that play to their strengths. Amanda Allen wants that 4th place position. There's $250,000 at stake and the title Fittest Woman on Earth.
Many athletes still working on the calisthenics portion as Julie Foucher and Samantha Briggs come closer and closer to the finish line. Julie Foucher has allowed Samantha Briggs within 20 meters of her.
She is barreling towards the finish line now. She's gunning for that top spot. Foucher needs to turn it up.
And with about 100 meters to go, that's exactly what she'll do. Julie Foucher picking it up, making sure she keeps that top position.
You can see the determination on her face, the state of exhaustion, and she still manages an all-out sprint.
And she does it. Julie Foucher is your winner of event 1 of the 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games, 39 minutes, 4 seconds. And coming in second, Samantha Briggs, just 10 seconds behind her.
That's not just good for a girl. Those two ladies' times are better than all but 9 of the men who did this event earlier in the day.
Now, as these ladies are crossing the finish line, couple ladies still here on their calisthenics, yet to leave for their final run.
Imagine the mental challenge of watching your competitors cross the finish line when you still have the entire run to go.
And CrossFit legend Annie Sakamoto will clinch this third place position, crossing the line with a smile on her face, 41 minutes and 23 seconds. 41-year-old Australian triathlete Amanda Allen will round out your top 4. She will cross the finish line 42 minutes and 16 seconds.
Iceland Annie Torresdottir will lock down 5th place. There's a lot of hype surrounding this young lady. She was 2nd place in last year's CrossFit Games, battled and tied last year's champion Kristen Clever for 1st in the World Wide Open competition.
Her time, 43 minutes, 12 seconds.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard for this event.
In the first ever CrossFit swim event, Amanda Allen is first out of the water but slips to 4th place. Annie Sakamoto from Northern California in 3rd, and Julie Foucher edges out Samantha Briggs for the top spot by only 10 seconds. Would you consider yourself to be a good swimmer? Is this something you do a lot of, or kind of get lucky today?
I've done pool swimming, but never ocean swimming. So I was pleased with how it turned out today. I think I came out of the water probably about 10th, something like that. And then obviously the run was my strongest point. So I was able to pick off a few places on that.
You were first off the bars, finished strong. Was that your strategy? Do you have a strategy going in, or were you just like, I'm just gonna go fast?
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to go as fast as I could. I knew I like chest bar pull-ups, so I knew I could make up some ground there. So that worked out well.
Like this swim, I felt like I was drowning in the beginning. It was so crowded, and I think it was, 19th or 20th out of this water. And I should have been, I'm gonna say I should have been in top 5 out of the water. That would have been easier than to, like, instead of having to catch up with everybody, just keep the same place or go ahead of somebody there. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with it. I couldn't have gone much faster on the pull-ups, the push-ups, the squats. Everything went pretty well, so I can't complain.
Event 1 of the 2011 Reebok CrossFit Games women's competition is in the books, and you couldn't have asked for more excitement.
Absolutely. If you're a fan of the sport, you just saw the very first swim event that has ever been in the CrossFit Games. The 5th fittest woman from last year, Julie Foucher, crosses the finish line first, proves to the world that she should have been pre-qualified. 2nd place is Sam Briggs from Europe, representing the overseas crowd. And in 3rd place, we have CrossFit sweetheart Annie Sakamoto, bringing it home for where CrossFit came from, Santa Cruz, California.
We are just getting started. There is a lot more action to come.
Next time, can Julie Foucher stay on top when the heavy barbells come out? The athletes continue their quest for the title Fittest on Earth and $250,000. I'm Rory McKernan, joined by Miranda Oldroyd. We'll see you next time.